I've got two different types. One I'm on right now, and then another one I'm going to take right before POG. I'm debating if I want to keep streaming between OFCRA and POG. I'm probably not, though. I need to give my throat a break. I don't want to overexert myself. Otherwise, you know, things are going to get messy. So just clearing myself out, getting ready to go for everything here. And with that, the fighting can begin. Maybe after POG, if I'm feeling okay, we'll do some DayZ. Otherwise, I'm just going to quietly grind out Darktide. I've played all 4 characters. I'm really liking the Preacher, though, and that's the one I haven't tried until very recently. That's the one I kept for last, thinking I'm probably not going to like doing a melee focus build, but holy crap, a melee focus build is amazing. Crazy how that all works. Now they're about to start it, which means you're going to hear everyone in the TFAR channel for a second before it calibrates, so, you know, just be patient with it. And we should theoretically be A-okay, but you never know. Well, it was only a few moments for that one.
Was mit Alpha?
Yes.
You gotta love it when players tab out and they somehow hold down the trigger of their weapon as they're tabbing out. That's one of my favorites. Alright, writing down my highlight timestamps. Alright. Let's take a look and see how everything is. So the Norwegian forces is what they look like. It looks like they're going to be holding some sort of M4-based platform. I don't have every single one memorized, but definitely a 5.56 model there. We've got even some carbine versions for Little Birds.
Oh yeah.
We got some...
What's the frequency again?
Admins put weapon safety on because someone was bagged up in a base. That's cute. Otherwise, we have FN mags. We've got some G28 marksman rifles from the looks of things. Those should be 7.62 by 51 NATO. Someone just dropped a shit ton of morphine here. That's kind of cute. We saw some Carl Gustavs for launchers. We also see some M136s down in play. They also have 2 M117s. Not sure if they'll have the GMG, but really good scouting vehicles there. And then we also have a bunch of transport MRAPs, actually 2 240 Bravo MRAPs and 2 transport MRAPs, transport truck and a scout Humvee. And then we have the same thing on the other side. So 4 M240 Bravo Humvee MRAPs and then 4 transports. That's nice. Alright, not really seeing any other weaponry types, though. It is interesting because we have 2 Blackhawks, both unarmed, but then we also have an AH-6 Little Bird with a 7.62 minigun and a Gao 19 12.7 minigun. That is quite nice. Mission is starting up soon. Oh, just some generic painkillers. They also gave me something to numb my throat, which has its own implications. But anyway, we have a bunch of OPFOR forces here. So here are the VDV kits. Looks like AK-74Ms, the modernized variant. Nothing really different about that. We got some GP25 platforms, some RPG-26s, PKMs, SVDs with the NPZ rail, RPGs as well. The MI8s appear to be 2 transport MI8s, and they have a Black Shark with no pylons, but it has its cannon right here. So that's going to fight a Little Bird. That's quite interesting. What?
Sorry, bro. I'm gonna go miss like 3 opportunities to win the game and take my team further into the World Cup. Oh no, I'm too slow to counterattack. I'm too big and fat and useless. Ooh. They also mentioned I'm very black.
Yeah. Anyway, looking at the rest of the OPFOR force right here, we have 2 BTR-80 Alphas in play And 2 GAZs. Okay. Which means they might have AP rounds. We have an AA gunner in play as well. Alright, so OPFOR have some full-on mechanized support here. But weaponry is pretty much the same, just AK-74s. So 545 versus 556. Whew. Alright. I can put my render distance up again, but that should be good here. I'm going to take a look at the AOs, and then we can go ahead and read over chat again. 2-minute delay here. Safe house is going to be this building specifically, which is just a industrial work complex. Mission starts in 30 seconds. Military college is... here we go. Oh, not a bad spot. I remember this building had some pretty nasty PvP in it a few weeks ago. But it looks like this is, no, it's the same building. It's just in this design. This is where it was absolutely hellish the other day. There's the mission start in 10 seconds. We also have the checkpoint area, which is this position, which appears to be a massive amount of dead Norwegian units. But also, oh, nope, all of their supply has been ripped out. You see no magazines in their guns. And I assume those vehicles are disabled. You also have... the VIPs accurately marked. You have the embassy put there as well. Ooh, and then you have the end game cap zone, which is just a giant AoE on this village itself. That entire area, which will be an interesting spot to see if players go for fighting in the end. Otherwise, mission has started. And I'm going to take a quick sip here. Yes, happens every time for me, but every time I come back here, there's a dead body of one of my buddies. Oof, sorry to hear that, Fox. Afternoon, Liru stopped by to see how you're feeling and see what factions are fighting. Norway versus Russians. Both sides starting off with their helicopters. We got the little bird in front for Blue 4 Norway. OPFOR has their Ka-52 in front, leading some MI8s, so we might see some early rush plays here. I'll focus on the helicopters when I get a bit closer. What's my favorite era to see PvPs in? I don't know why, but every time I've seen World War II stuff in Friday Night Fights, it's just been stellar. I have a lot of funny memories from World War II Friday Night Fights, and I would love to see more World War II PvP overall. Vietnam has also been pretty cool. And I guess that's just because it's, you know, a lot more rare to find. 40k PvP, I was playing in some of it too. That was also fun. It was only like a squad level, but it was pretty good. It's pretty good overall. But honestly, it's tough to say because it's not just the era of PvP that's interesting. I mean, the 220 player stuff we were covering for the past 2 weeks, that was pretty fucking awesome. Not gonna lie. And I hope to see more. Here's hoping. But yeah, for streaming today, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing POG, and I'm hoping we'll have some more Daisy, or we'll do some Darktide. Definitely going to be taking breaks in between the streams, though, because, yeah, my throat's already getting mad at me for this. Otherwise, Ka-52 going forward. Blue 4 deploying forces early on, I guess, to try to move out to the military complex. However, we do have the Ka-52 coming up. But she banks left last second. Could have intercepted that Blackhawk if it came a little closer, but it wants to stay on its border for now. We have the other MI8 deploying as well. We have this Blackhawk passing by. We got the Ka-52. It's doubled back and it's now heading south. Little Bird is scouting north. But OPFOR, interestingly enough, is going to be taking a defensive strategy around the military college. So we might see OPFOR move up to hit the checkpoint, go and bypass to take the embassy, or they'll just completely ignore it to instead go for the cap zone to the south. After taking those two objectives, getting the 6 points from the 2 of those, and then the 4 points there, that should be 10. and that should win them the game. They can completely ignore the embassy objective, forcing Blue 4 to hold it. They might even, to really sweeten the deal, send like a small strike team worth of dudes over to make them think they're going for it. We already have that convoy going in. Blackhawk is now flying south. Second MI8 is starting to deploy forces at the military college, but both sides playing defensive early on. We have a wounded member at this. Oh, Blackhawk down. It looks like the trees won this fight. Interesting. We have quite a few knocked over trees here, so it looks like the Blackhawk was trying to fight the Russian trees in this AO, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
Lcpl Heart.
Mutton Zane, it just looks the VIPs look exactly what they're supposed to look like in embassies. That's cute. I am Thunderlord. Thanks for the 5-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. We did see Op4 have an Igla. I'd assume Blue 4 has a Stinger somewhere. Don't know where it is, but it's in the main groups, not the airborne units. So I think that was just a helicopter crew going down, Popsy and Yuru, so it doesn't look like there's anyone other wounded guys in there. So losing an unarmed helicopter, I think in the long term of things isn't really going to worry too much in terms of Blue 4 strategy, but you know, for moving forces around quickly, I think it would be needed to have them, but you know, not a total loss. Maybe for moving forces down in the cap zone, for example, that's where they'll be needed, but otherwise, not necessarily. So we do have an MI8 now heading south, maybe to start scouting out that cap zone. All the way over here, you got Blue 4 deploying their forces around. Don't know what this 1117 is doing right now, blocking the road. This Vic just had to basically drive around. You know, the smoke being here is actually going to be a bit of an advantage for the defenders, because with so much smoke being here, if the attacker's trying to mass smoke to charge this position, it's going to negate because of the maximum amount of particles you can put on the server. And it's going to make that smoke relatively ineffective. It's really hard to describe how that's going to look like beyond what I just said. Basically, you're only going to see like only a few little, each one of these big brown splotches is a particle. And with 4 of them actively putting particles out that go so far out, smoke grenades do the same thing, and they all, you know, blotch around and offer concealment, but the server only allows for so many particles to be spawned at once. So you'll start seeing these smoke trails lessen, but you only see a handful of those particles come out, which cover like a 20th of the area that the smoke grenade actually should, which, you know, that's a metagame detriment, but it is a detriment nonetheless. All right, 52's hovering around the military college. You got the AH-6 Little Bird loitering around. They definitely see a helicopter out there, and they're calling it out. But they are staying on their side of the border for now. So they're lining that helicopter up. Sorry that was a bit loud. They're stalking the MI8 up there. Meanwhile, the other MI8 just recon the cap zone, didn't spot anything, so now it might provide recon for this group, but we do have 2 BTR-80 Alphas worth of forces driving by now. I'm a little worried because Blue 4 has decided to go pretty much all eggs in one basket here on the checkpoint itself, with the exception of a strike team to the north. And then they have a Vanguard force to the north as well, but there are a lot of forces here. Op4, meanwhile, have kind of split off their force into 3 different groups. One defending the military college, one assaulting the checkpoint from the southwest here, and another that's kind of trailed off to the southeast but isn't in a good spot to assist the southwestern position. When I've seen Ops and OFCRA play out like this, where one side is really fractured like this, usually the side that's more unified wins. There are some exceptions. The exceptions being assets really step up the game and absolutely annihilate everything. So we might see that with the KA-52 or the BTR-80 Alphas, but usually there is a slaughter in the end of early game or in the middle of mid game, and then by end game it's perfectly, you can tell who's going to win. But to explain what I just said, there's 3 phases of OFCRA in my opinion, because it is a 90-minute round. You have the first 30 minutes, which is early game, usually designed for deploying your forces, but because of how quickly everyone's been deployed, I'd imagine... Ooh, that was close. I'd imagine there is going to be... Sorry, I thought I heard an explosion of some sort. I'd imagine there's going to be some early game fighting just for the checkpoint itself, or at least OFCRA getting themselves into position. Mid-game, which is your next 30 minutes, usually that's where the most amount of fighting is seen. And then end-game, which is where things are cleaned up. Now, unique about this mission is there's 2 objectives that are being cashed in at the end of mid-game, and then end-game has an objective all the way to the south, as well as the embassy targets. But Blue 4 has moved the VIPs all the way back here. I'm not sure if those markers are accurate to OPFOR as well, because OPFOR could get in a helicopter and completely circumvent the map, pick them up, and then bring them all the way to the safe house, which would be pretty damn funny. And yeah, so... normal content for me, we normally never have delays. OFCRA right now is the exception for another 2 months because they brought in a lot of new communities. So they'll have me do either a 2 or 3 minute delay for Thursday streams until, I want to say, the end of January. The special event stuff on Sundays that we did over the past 2 weeks, the 220 player stuff, that if we ever do it again, we'll have a massive delay tied to it. But that's because, as I stated in the past, Russian servers are like the wild, wild west. They will actively stream snipe each other. So if I am going to cover it, we have to put up a massive delay, because otherwise they're going to use that information to their advantage. With 220 people to track, it's nearly impossible to track something like that. So the only way it's ever going to be streamed if it's delayed. So, you know, that's just what we have to work with. With OFCRA or FNF, it's easier to police, but that's just how things are. All right, so we've got 2 Russian gazes crossing the border here. We do have a Blue 4 garrison right here. Little Bird's also marauding around. Gazes do need to be careful because that Little Bird's Gao 19 12.7 minigun will shred those gazes. Meanwhile, OPFOR starting to get their forces on the southern side of the facility here to try to hit the checkpoint. Blue 4, they've got a few guys on the roof. And we're seeing some shots early on as OPFOR engages some guys on the hill. Not the best idea, because that's just going to tip Blue 4 off that OPFOR is starting to show up from the southwestern side. If they were trying to bait out OPFOR to, you know, a weakened position where another force would then come in it's some sort of pincer or hammer and anvil strategy, then baiting them out like that would be great. But here, that's their main force going in, so this allows time for Blue 4 to send in this force to flank and just completely wipe that group. Yes, we have the 80 Alphas supporting the infantry, but forested areas aren't the best places to support from because they're very limited in their angles of fire. It's really easy for an AT guy to come up and eliminate him. And then over here, you got those 2 gazes coming up. They're not going to really hear those vehicles, though, because of the engine noises of everything. What I'm curious about is, does that Blackhawk see him? Yes, he does. He's looking right at him. But these guys are busy tracking the Mi-8, so they might not notice. All right, the KA-52 might be coming in on an attack angle. No, she's turning around. You got the gazes firing up at the... Wow! They managed to shoot down the Blackhawk with small arms fire. That's amazing. You rarely see a medium transport helicopter. So let me walk it back a bit. Helicopters that get shot down really easily, Little Birds and Mi-8s. Because other ones are usually much more armored, like Blackhawks can take a little bit of fire, but if you know exactly where to hit them, you can take it down. So whoever made those shots, oh, who am I saying? It's people like Zicky. Yeah, never mind. Zicky's community, they're freaking animals when it comes to PvP. So I'm not surprised that that just happened. But Blue 4 has lost both of their helicopters for transport here, which again, I think is going to only be a minimal impact on the game itself. The outcome of this fight, for example, is going to be probably who determines the winner. But these guys coming up on the northern side, they're doing a mass encirclement here. I mean, that's going to be tough. And no, I don't think any PvP event I cover allows for people to put on enemy uniforms. Even ones I played in the past, they're not allowed to. I've been in some communities where you're allowed to put some stuff on, but not the entire enemy uniform. Yeah, you would think Rivoldi, right? That they'd balance each other out if both can stream snipe, but that just ruins the point of streaming the event at that point, you know? And right out here, Flex. You know, I just don't mind explaining it. All right, so OPFOR tracked the pilots down and pretty much eliminated them. That's kind of interesting because this Blue 4 group, I think, was moved over here via air. So now they have to walk everywhere unless they can coordinate with the groups to get pickup. But very interesting. Now you're seeing some smoke come out. All right, this is a good sign, though, because to explain what I was talking about earlier with the smoke effect there, if there was too much particles down, the particles would be only going up here before they started disappearing instead of disappearing out here. So the fact that they're going full like that, the grenade just ran out, which is why the symbol disappeared, shows that they can, the server is set to handle that. So that's good. Whew. All right, OPFOR slowly starting to move in, but Blue 4, they haven't really swung any of their forces to the south around. We could theoretically see these guys push through and break through the garrison here. And Blue 4 might just be a bit spread out too much to properly support themselves. Yeah, they've got a lot of forces spread out around, you know, 1.5 kilometers, nearly 2 kilometers of distance. This might not play out in Blue 4's favor. We do have some of the infantry to the north starting to walk in. OPFOR's remounting their gazes, but this initial force might actually do quite a bit of damage. And again, I'm going to be yawning, coughing a little bit. Please be patient with me. Still sick, but we got the BTR 80 Alphas here firing with some AP autocannon to disable some of these Vics. Oh my god. There was no one in that vehicle though, so I guess Blue 4 set a mobile mine on it to make it spring to life and bait out the 80 Alpha to shoot at it. I honestly have no idea why that happened. I think maybe one of the AP rounds knocked the fence over, causing it to temporarily have physics and it clipped on that vehicle. Now you got this guy trying to whiff out some AT here. He might get a shot. BTR's not looking. He forgot to prime the weapon though, but this BTR isn't looking right now. It could get shot. Oh, way over. BTR is now pushing in. You've got an MI8 flying over the AO here. Little Bird playing very defensively, staying in the back line. And the infantry over here is still kind of sweeping around. I don't know what that's for, but this is a little worrisome. What's also weird is there's a BTR all the way back here on its own. You are not going to have sight lines from that angle. So only one BTR is supporting here, but so far that's been enough. Otherwise, no cat. Oh, I stand corrected. Camrad was taken out. OPFOR just lost a guy to suppression because rounds can penetrate that fence. We might see this BTR now come up and... Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, they called that one out real freaking quick. Crazy getting suppressed by the BTR. He quickly goes down, but he's... No, he's not. I thought he had the Carl Gustav. Oh, balls. I think Pro Hunter just ran into his line of fire and managed to cut through without taking a round. You're right, I should have added a server option for today, but I did not. I forgot about that, but server seems stable right now. Yeah, Chase, I've been sick for the past 4 days, too. Ugh, something's been going around. I rarely get sick, but let's get off that topic, focus on the PvP. Other beats are slowly coming in, but not really doing much. Two guys are swinging around. Might run into this player ambush here, but I think they're going to stick to the trees here. It's concerning, though, because we have a group out here, so they're trying to ambush people coming to the cap zone early on. And then you have this massive force out here coming out. Both sides appear to be really out of position for this one. And these guys are playing chicken with the autocannon of a BTR. I don't think it has HE rounds, only AP, and it's definitely being very liberal with its use. Coax fire going in. But until they get some AT up here, there's not going to be much they can do about it. So let's see. OFCRA still only have that 1K. Ironically, also the guy with the Igla is on the front line here. I wouldn't imagine he'd be like that. And then we have a truck. Okay, it only has one player. About to say, Blue 4, I guess maybe moving a truck down to pick some of their forces up or moving a group around. But now we have this OFCRA team dismounting and coming in. They're going to run right into the ambush setup right here. And they've got a pretty good 360 on it too. So as soon as they take fire, that's going to be a tough fight. Then you got Devil Dog back here. So the northern group came out to secure the crash site to see what was left. They're only going to find a few dead pilots right here. Might find Devil Dog's body. All right, Petru, I think, got nailed by the coax. This other BTR is still just chilling in the background, not really doing much. The other OFCRA group trying to come with some success, but we got Dragu here. In a great keyhole, taking out who we can. Adamek went down. It's like in a crossfire between some Blue 4 guys on the immediate left, but OFCRA needs additional manpower to take this position. Toucher back up again. I don't know what this group's point is, though, because the only thing I can think of is they're going to go up here and then attack from the north, but OFCRA's attacks seem to be coming in from multiple different angles at multiple different times, which is just setting yourself up for a defeat in detail if you can't coordinate the attacks that all hit at once. But we got these guys pulling back. They're probably going to come and reinforce this push in, realizing that this push isn't viable. And you still got some Blue 4 guys walking around trying to figure out where OFCRA has gone. Funi, that is a really bad position, dude. Because, yes, you're looking at that angle. Maybe they're confused about the smoke, thinking that might be hostile. Yep, that's exactly what they did. And now you've got the two groups red on redding here. Not realizing that those are friendly. And these guys giving retaliatory fire to the northeast because they think they're being engaged from that angle because maybe they think that these are... Oh, my God. I'm waiting to see someone notice Funi right there. Oh, that 240, excuse me, the FN mag right there. If it comes around, it can just mag dump and fatal funnel everyone right here. Little Bird coming in with the 7.62 minigun. That's not going to really do much against the vehicles, but a quick dagger cut goes away. The K-52 just staying up right there. Suppression on Albert Q's position. Yeah, rooftop's going to be really exposed up there. Oh, this should be good. Yeah, they can hear you. Oh, why didn't you take the shot? Kill him. Kill him. Should have taken that shot when you could, dude. You just looked at him and went, oh, huh. Literally, the guy was blocking the other guy that was looking in your direction. You could have headshotted both of them. Because if the guy looking at you tried to shoot, he would have shot his buddy. Oh, missed opportunity, in my opinion. So this group's starting to falter. They're down to 2. We got the BTR marauding around, but I think the BTR is also now getting tunnel vision. Might be firing at his own guys there as well. Grenades going out. Skipu trying to turn that corner. Notices nothing there. Wow. The noob tube's out. Oh, beautiful. It hit right here, and it managed to knock Skipu out and kill him. Damn. So they're bringing in who they can, doing some medical. Skipu could wake back up, but we could see these 4 come around and reinforce. Got the other BTR now suppressing onto that rooftop. Looks like Blue 4 have dropped down from it. Nope, you can still have Albert Q up there. Drewy now coming around to double tap. He's going to catch Skipu. Great drop. But Pro Hunter counters and blows him away. Waiting to see someone come around the corner and hit him. This could be a great ambush here. Yeah, pick up the RPG 26. Because Op4, oh, he might come out. Oh, please, Carlitos, come on. No, come on. Okay. Now Op4 playing defensive right here because they're the only 2 guys left. Wow. There's Gene with the 240 though. Yep, cleaning house. Oh my god. No surprise there. Blue 4, you got additional guys coming down. Op4 might run into him. Great marksman hit on that guy though. Drago pulling back an AT round, just or an AP round just flew by his head. Excuse me. No one picked up the RPG 26. Oh, but Solomon has an AT4. Nope, it was Carl Gustav. Yep, now the BTRs are unsupported, so you're going to start seeing them getting picked off. No surprise there at all. That, okay, so that's Sixor getting on a 1v1 right here. Actually, it was a 2v1. He got his kill. But we do have Vexen over here, another really good player. He's going to stay low and try to find him. So I think this Op4 group caught that team going down, but look at that. Most of them immediately taken out. It's only Vexen that's still alive. We'll see if Blue 4 sends forces up to reinforce or they just stay hunkered down. Sixor's looking for Vex, but Vex is going to stay low. Wait for it. Oh, Vex looks the wrong way. God damn. I gotta wonder, did OPFOR, they did not take a single KIA on that. Look at that. 1 kill there. 6-4 should have 2, though, because he got the second guy and just killed Vexen. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. A full team wipe and no KIA. That's a great KD right there. Let's see if they can maintain it. So Zeron came in, he killed 2 of the blue 4 guys in here. Oh! Ah, and then he gets dropped. 5 dudes have died in this building, man. Actually, 6.
I'm healing them.
He's gonna heal them. No, they're dead. So, good on this pilot, actually, the crewman for coming in. Took an enemy weapon. But unfortunately, he ditched the AK that killed everyone. Took an inferior Norwegian weapon, and that's why he lost that final fight. Solomon doesn't realize that all of his guys are dead there. OPFOR has 3 units left up here. Blue 4 pulling some of their southern guys back north. And you got this team now extracting north. Interesting calls. 52 now flying overhead. Get some hits on that 117. Minimal damage, though. Now, you could see someone take that AA launcher and use it on the 52. Oh, that is a really nice little opening there. You might have seen someone shut that door. Which means he just has to wait him out. Other BTR firing up here at those vehicles because the engine stopped smoking. I just heard the 52 get hit by something. So it's pulling out. That would be the 50 cal on 117. Adamek, were you blue 4 or op 4? We can go ahead and I can try to figure out how you died, buddy. 'Cause I don't see you on the server anymore. I don't know, looking at the skull counts here and the remaining forces, Op 4 has gotten a squad wipe, Blue 4 had a group wipes, they've got a few other KIAs though. I think Op 4 still has a slight number advantage because of what that group on the north did, but it's still anyone's game. We're about to end early game in just a minute actually. He shot him from just under the fence. That's how he knows where they are, but a grenade gets him. Isn't that just top tier? Did the little bird just strike at the infantry down here? I think so. It did a strafing run. It's a minimal effect, though.
Southeast od nas.
1 second. Oh, this should be good. Nope, they took a right turn. I was about to say they're going to run right into this Op 4 group right here. He went guns up. Yeah, they know something's up. Wow.
Back blast.
He hit the rock! He hit the rock! One Op 4 shooter is immediately taken out. Well. That's just comical, in my honest opinion. All right, so Op 4, a lot of smoke's been deployed. Blue 4, I think, took a few casualties. We might see this three-man team come around and try to flank, but wow. KA-52 is now, I don't know if it's harassing the infantry down there or if it's firing over here. It might be the infantry down there instead. Otherwise, final BTR is on that route. You still have a few infantry. They dug themselves a trench to try to hold against anyone shooting at their feetsies. .52 trying to find stuff, but can't under the smoke, realizing that there's a friendly Russian garrison here, but Blue 4 sending additional forces around to try to encircle this Op 4 element. Try to get some hits on this gun car, but it wasn't effective. 52 might circle around and go for another pass. I don't know. I feel like this is still neck and neck, though, because, I mean, just look at Op 4's troop composition on the northern side. Looks like MI8s might try to land and pick the units up, but Blue 4 have the their objective locked down pretty well. Got some blind suppression going, some bandaging. Blue 4 is trying to move in. We have another Op 4 element trying to come in right here. It could be intercepted by Blue 4 coming up on the southern side. Yeah, so it's these friendlies right here. I don't know why it's focusing on the friendlies. It should be focusing on the enemy.
Dobra, nie, tak. Bo oni nas mogą pierdolić.
I'm gonna check back real quick. Did that Igla ever get picked up? It did. I don't know where it went, though. Could have gone anywhere. That BTR just got sniped.
Alright, you just hide. If I die,
Possibly by the group up here. Yeah, so he's dropping his Carl Gustav. So Solomon on 2 BTR-80 alpha kills. That's great. Now they're taking fire from the 3 remaining Op 4 guys on that push. Meanwhile, Truck drove up, and they got ambushed. Look at that. So that 6-man group's out of commission. A near perfect wipe as well. I imagine Blue 4 might have taken a KIA there because Mitsu was able to move up. But that might have just turned the tide to slightly be in Blue 4's favor again once more. Also, TK, welcome. Op 4 pushing through this garrison, trying to take out some Blue 4 stragglers that are pulling away. But they have no cover here. They're getting picked off. Got Bartoni here doing his best, though, to try to take out who he can, though. Both his battle buddies are down. .52 still marauding around. Where's the little bird? I actually have no idea where the little bird is. No. Yeah, the little bird players aren't on the server anymore. Oh, God, never mind. They have a -1, which means they crash landed. So all of Blue 4's pilots have just kind of mysteriously killed themselves. Interesting. Anyway. So Op 4 has total control of the air, but I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. Because look, they're shooting at their own dudes! They're shooting at their own fucking guys! That's brilliant. So Op 4, they're readying a massive attack from the north. That could still hit the sector. That could be enough. Because Blue 4 has half their defensive force.
Team 6.
Stuck on a small group. Yes, they intercepted another group there. Ooh! He just got hit by something from the ground here, a launcher of some sort. Oh, that hurt my throat, but my God, hearing that scream. All right, so neither side has their armed air support anymore. Guardsman, thanks for the 26-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Great use of an 8C4 there. We just heard something blow up here. That was, was a 1117. Don't know what sniped it, or maybe it rammed the vehicle improperly and got nuked, but it is down now. Albert Q being suppressed as shit, realizing he's under fire, now goes down. And then you got the MI8 aggressively drawing fire from the Blue 4 garrison. That is the only... Actually, no, there's still the other one, which is recon in the southern cap zone. I think after they take this position, after the end of the 60-minute mark, which is going to be in about 22 minutes here, they're going to grab everyone and just move them down to the cap zone. Maybe send one group up to attack the embassy, but, you know, going for those two objectives in the cap zone, that should give them the necessary points to win the match. Great helicopter sniping, though, by Blue 4. You got to give them that. They've been picking up enemy AT, too. And they're looting enemy weaponry as well. I would take the 240 over the PKM personally, but... Or I guess in their situation, keep it. We got some crossfire going up right here. That's Albert Q trying to hold against that small OP4 garrison. Blue 4 is going to end up honing in on that position. You got another OP4 element here. That was, I think, deployed by the MI8. This was NASA's group. He was all the way up there last time we saw him. But I think they were out there to try to catch any Blue 4 guys deploying around them. But now they're going to start encircling to make this attack. And this is where, I don't know, Blue 4's numbers are starting to show that they're quite thin here, in my opinion. Because this is OP4 doing a large-scale attack, but they also have a garrison in the military college. Blue 4 has a few guys in the rear as well. I don't know where the rest of Blue 4's forces are. It feels like there should be more, but... I guess they really are just that scattered. Oh, there was an entire squad in here. I didn't realize that when the 1117 blew up. So that's basically a southern picket force that got destroyed. So that's an entire squad wipe as well that Blue 4 suffered. So yeah, this defensive group fighting on these guys over here. Zicky has gone down, rest in peace. And Sixor. So they're going to pull away, getting repulsed. And then we have this other group that got repulsed here. So if they're unable to find a line in, that could be an issue. Meanwhile, OP4 trying to pick off what they can from over here.
Na tych bunkrach jest.
Settler on 3 kills here with that marksman rifle. So we just saw someone get dropped in that bunker. And Tackle just got shot in the back of the head. Hillary Clinton style. Shame he just killed himself in that Vic. Anyway, if you know the meme, you know. If you don't, can't explain it. I don't think I've cast or cursed at anyone in this stream yet, but I haven't been doing a lot of talking too. Again, still sick. But yeah, that OP4 garrison is just going to serve as a picket force, whether they realize it or not. These guys are going to be a harassing force to pull attention away from the main attack, which is going to come north, which has already been repulsed in 2 separate areas. And then we got a flanking force coming in as well that could help with that force and coordinate a nice pincer attack on that garrison over there. So I don't know. Either way, this is looking in OP4's favor, but Blue 4 could still turn it around if they're able to reflect the individual attacks. This group's been doing a lot, though. They called out the helicopter, but then they realized it was friendly. Aja, did he just get that kill? Yes, he did. Nice. From the open, that's forcing Blue 4 to pull in here. He's ahead of the main force, too. Wow. It's always those individual players, too, man. Emil gets taken out by the PKP. Damix on 4 kills. Settler still on 3. This group here, that marksman and that machine gunner are doing a great job thinning them out. My God. Mutton, it's been on delay for a few different reasons. I'll explain next week when I can. We're gonna see OFCRA forces coming around on the northern side. We just heard AT fire and destroy a truck that was moved up to this position. That was their gas. As Blue 4 come around on the southern side. Secondary explosions. Forcing OFCRA to push more of their forces north. But I think right here, this is where the main fight's gonna be. Now you got units getting up on grenade range. Solomon's coming down. Trying to drop who he can, but he gets dropped himself. Lemur shoots at Aja before realizing he's friendly. Makes sense though, because he woke up and there was a bad guy shooting from there earlier. It's easy to point and laugh and go, hey, look, that dude's shooting at his friend. But when you put some stuff into context, you realize, oh, it's because X, Y, Z. Ash just got dropped by the gun right there. Crazy should be checking the corner first. Wait for me, he says. Don't leave me. Yeah, so Crazy's been thrown to the wolves here, but OPFOR is going to take this position. These guys have turned around. They're engaging NASA's group right there. This group has crossed instead. No one focusing on that vehicle. As you have Ilbanek trying to put in some well-angled GLs here. And he gets one. Puts in another. Wow, right on top of him. Can he go 3 for 3? That kill a guy in here? It did not. Started with 1, got 3. Great grenade throw. That's going to kill Marset. Wow. Matoni overcommits because of the top of that wall, but yeah, that group has been mostly taken out. Grenade doesn't bounce. That's going to kill Matoni. Yep. Ironic. TK Llama. If he had a second more to run into it, he would have probably been blown up. Ooh. Yeah, Mutton, hold that idea for a minute. You'll see it's true. Ah, invisible wall. Where art thou? Yeah, we're in the middle of mid-game. I think I know who's going to win this one based off of numbers. Based off of coordination and assets. He shot from the low ground right there. Wow! And Comp gets saved by TK Llama on the PKM. That was a great savior right there. Holy shit. So yeah, he was shooting at him from this little opening there. This guy comes around hearing that gunfire, and TK Llama nails him with the PKM. Now that is good security. You only got Fugus over here. Hold up, and then Ivan on the rooftop, but it looks like he's dropped down. He's now... Oh, rooftop guy got killed, so Ivan's come around right there. Damn. Only got two-man groups in those two armed 240 MRAPs. Well, Fugus tried to move away, and Ilbenek shot him in the ass. I think that's his 4th kill now. 5th, even. And Ivan just got nailed from a long ways away. Now you got NASA suppressing that building. AT also goes in. They got to hold fire here. Oh! See, I love being able to hear them because you hear all the screaming noises they make when they shoot each other on accident. Crazy didn't make it that far. That's unfortunate. Oh, they're stripping him down. Dixme's double tapping everyone the standard mag dumping fashion. I don't know what those two MRAPs are going to do. I don't know what this southern team's going to do, but I'm going to be honest. Look at the numbers here. Blue 4 down to... Yeah. And then they got some Vanguard forces for holding the VIPs, but this is GG, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. The sheer amount of OPFOR that are still alive here compared to Blue 4. The fact that OPFOR have helicopters they can use as transport. They're already picking people up and starting to move people out. I mean, this is GG. Oh, which vehicle got destroyed by Blue 4 friendly fire? We weren't even tracking any of that. When did that happen? Plenty of OPFOR strafing their own units with their own helicopter. Oh! Wait, Tiri, were you... Yes, yeah, I saw your body around here. So, let me guess, this squad... Oh, that's what he did. Notice the AT weapon right here. So, they killed their own vehicle, and the vehicle explosion destroyed the warehouse and killed everyone inside. That's just fucking cack. I can't believe that. That's amazing. Because I thought it maybe clipped the building and blew up, but no, that... Arma forensics, baby. Yep, he wiped his whole squad and us by taking out with the... That's brilliant. That is brilliant. You'll see that in 2 minutes, but wow. Wow. OPFOR just need to leave a few guys in there for the next 6 or so minutes. Blue 4 with these 2 armed Vics. Not sure what they're going to do. Maybe they'll try to rush for the military college, but that makes no sense. Ay, ay, ay. From here, OPFOR just has to hold those 2 positions. They'll get 3 points per position. Then they'll move down and take the cap zone here, which is worth another 4 points. You already see 2 helicopters going down. I think this one's been down there to reconnaissance it out. And then this one's filled. We just saw it get pick up 8 dudes. And, yeah, I mean, 3, 6, 10. 10 points total, 2 3-point objectives, 1 4-pointer, and that's it. Blue 4 will get 4 points for moving the VIPs to the embassy, but that's going to be it. I don't know who I'm hearing on the TFAR thing, because the only way I'd be able to hear them is if they have Ilbenek's plugin as well, but Ilbenek is still alive, so I'm wondering who else he gave that plugin to. Because I can hear the noises they make. Yeah, Theory 1117, I figured that. Oh man, that's gotta suck.
Po co ty nas nagrywałeś wcześniej?
See, I don't know who you are, but I gotta mute myself now because I don't know what the hell you're saying. It's probably some communist propaganda. Damn it. Oh well, now we can't hear them locally because they've intercepted the communications. Anyway. This will be nice though, I can get my throat a rest. Are they gonna counterattack? Are they gonna go for a counterattack and try to get points last minute? That's the best thing they can do in this case. But at this point, if these groups get wiped, it's just early on GG, and I'll probably stop covering, because at that point, it's just going to be a 30-minute waiting match. Masquerade. I am not the best little bird pilot in the world. Yeah, I figured you crashed, buddy.
I am not the best little bird pilot in the world, lol.
I didn't catch it directly, but after trying to pinpoint where you were and seeing it crash land and you have a -1, I inferred. Oh, buddy. Thanks for the 8-month resub. Hope you had fun nonetheless. Thank you for your continued support. T-Ree saying, what's funny is that we are both in an ACC. As in the same community or in the same radio frequency? Oh, speaking of blue on blue, they just started shooting at their own dudes as well in a crossfire. Hope they didn't just kill anyone. But yeah, OFCRA's going to turn everything around. Blue 4 could theoretically rush into that checkpoint and still score points, but it's all for naught. I'm sorry to say, because so much OFCRA is already, redeployed here. Ay, ay, ay. So it was Depso commanding with Sayak and Timek as 2 and 3 IC respectively for Blue 4. I think they already left because they might be dead. It might have been Mr. White with Manchote and Murdy as 2 and 3 IC. But no, it's Alpha 1-1's group, so I assume it's Flip for Flat. Because he's all the way back here, just staying in a random spot with a radio. I imagine he's commanding then. It was a risky strategy for OPFOR, though, because they definitely divided their forces too much. But it was just the solo engagements of group versus group. OPFOR won more than Blue 4, but Blue 4 won quite a few. But yeah, getting 2 squad wipes and the 3rd wipe to your own guys is tough, because those 117s would have been great supporting assets. I'm going to be honest, air as a transport role was better than air as a combat role tonight, though. From what I saw. Little Bird crashed on its own, and the KA-52 was strafing both friendlies and enemies equally with impunity. It's kind of funny. Oh, they were speaking Polish, not Russian? Well, I guess we got to get Zixme on that. Oh, so Ilbanek just poked me saying he was also hearing the people too, which means they didn't have their T-FAR plug-in on. That's cute. How did they get in? So we got some suppression going from Pogo. She asked why someone was recording her? Interesting. ACC community, gotcha. Well, I'm sure that's going to be a really fun community meeting to have afterwards. Give me 1 second. Gotta blow my nose. Again, still a little sick. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. But again, on that previous topic of what happened with T-Ree, you'd be surprised how many people mis-PID their own vehicles. I mean, even in the 220 PvP event, didn't we witness one of their guys on the ground shooting down one of their own helicopters? That might have been FNF, but that was really recent, where we saw them shoot down their own helicopter. And I was just kind of staring at it like, why? Why would you do that? Pogo underscore taking a risk here, but OPFOR weren't at an angle to see it.
I didn't get the one that was right in front of us. Major flanking on him.
Ooh, Dave getting blown away. Lemur's next. Headshot. Oh, and his body went to hell. But Pogo got dropped immediately. Was that Alvin? He's on 3 kills and he's reloading. It's quite possible that he got that crossfire shot. I knew giving that chipmunk an AK-74 U and filling his head with, excuse me, an M, not a U, and filling his head with communist propaganda would do something well, man. Damn. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, sorry to say. So the Igla has ended up back in OPFOR's hands. And he also has an FN mag now. That's funny. So you got OPFOR command being shot at by Izzy. Oh, wait, was that a stinger? And the other AA element here, so this shows that Op4 doesn't realize that all of Blue 4's air support is down, which makes sense because 2 out of the 3 birds crash landed on their own. So Blue 4 air support could still theoretically show up at any time in Op4's mind, because they haven't confirmed that 2 out of 3 birds have gone down. But a great shot by Ezio there. By the way, Ezio is on the multi, so if he stays alive, you can do exclamation point multi and watch him blow people away, or get blown away in a non-sexual way. You know it. Never mind. Well, Adamek, we could all hear 2 girls in the match, a record. Oh my god. I remember way back when we had a highlight compilation about this. There were like 4 or 5 chicks in an op, and I did not make a harem in that mission at all as a guy playing on the ground. Don't worry about it. That was funny though. That was like what? 2018? 2019? Oh, Ezio getting flanked by Alvin. Mr. Chipmunk. Good times. Alright, well, Ezio's going to get down to heal. Hopefully no one will encroach on his position. He might be safe, might not be. Points are going to be calculated in another 4 minutes. Yeah, so there were 4 people here. There's now 3. Maybe 1 went over to join, but yeah, they've just kind of stayed here, not really offering any support to that remaining Blue 4 group, so I don't know. Don't know how that's going to work. Oh, there's the calculations now. So it was a 5-minute save start. So Op4 has 6 points on the board right now because they got both of those objectives. So Blue 4, the only way they can still come out on top is if they do the embassy objective and the final objective, but they don't have the manpower to do both. Hell, I'd argue they wouldn't even have the manpower to do the embassy objective if Op4 pushes it. So I think this is going to be an Op4 victory. Unless Ezio drives down to the cap zone, I'm going to say it, and channels his inner Adriano, it's going to be over. But Ezio is now going to run into an entire Op4 squad. AT preps. Zixby does not take the shot, though. And Shay doesn't realize where the vehicle went. Otherwise, he would have had a great shot on it. Whew. Hey, Matt, I feel that, man. I remember when I caught COVID after going to a friend's wedding. Bloodway and I both caught. It was a hellish week. I want to be honest, what I'm suffering through right now is tonsillitis. It feels like the same thing in terms of where the tonsils are, but, you know, without all the extra throat pain and whatnot. But I hope you get over it, man. Hope it's just, you know, a negligible flu from you and it doesn't cause any further complications. Tell me to be honest, being sick and dying because you're sick is a shitty way to go. But otherwise, PHK has landed the helicopter here. He, I think, is ready to pick up everyone over here and bring them in. Lemur, yeah, he's, they'd be able to medic him if he wasn't stuck in a pit here, but, yeah, unfortunately. Geth, no. They didn't fall apart because I started a harem. Side segue here because there's not really much going on. Hold on. We've got one of the 240 Bravo Vics here starting to set up. I'll tell that story in a second, but they're looking at the rooftops. I think they're shooting at bodies on rooftops instead, but now we got the MI8 coming around. I mean, he is only staring at a little iron sight there, so he might think there's some dude up here, or his weapon is heavily overranged, but... Ooh. No, I temporarily killed the 5th OML with an Astolfo meme. They recently reformed, though, and I play with them every Friday. I killed a small Halo unit just by showing up and streaming their op because they told me to stream their op, and their commander got super drunk and then tried to kill everyone. And I was just like, yeah, that's kind of weird. And then I put the footage up because I told them I was going to put the footage up. And then I put the footage up and they got mad. And I'm like, well, what the fuck you want from me? Oh, God. Alvin, you've been spotted. Alvin, you're dead. Well, I guess he's going to have to go back to singing Christmas songs to pay for his medical bills for that one. That's besides the point. And then I've also killed a community just by showing up and playing a slot that they told me to show up and play. And then even when they said, the guy that's coordinating it hasn't showed up. And I'm like, oh, I can play a different slot then. And then they're like, no, you can play that slot. I'm like, you sure? Because I got a lot of people here that are kind of bitching and saying it's unfair that I'm playing this slot right now. I can totally play a different slot. And they're like, no, play it. I played it. And then the community, like, engulfed itself because people got mad that I played the slot. And I'm like, it was a Spartan slot and a Halo unit. So I've killed at least 3 units in Arma 3. To Alstalfo, a single Alstalfo meme. I'm probably butchering his name, but yeah, fucking anime character. And then 2 by just doing a job that I was told to do, and I did it. And apparently people didn't like that, which is funny because I make sure that people are okay with it. But yeah, and then I offer, like, hey, I don't have to do this, but like, no, you can do it. It's fine. Like, you sure? Yeah, okay. And then I do it, and then the unit dies. You know, just another notch on the belt. I'm sure every major YouTuber's killed a community once or twice in their life for Arma 3. That's just how things work. But yeah, I genuinely do not see how Blue 4 can win this one. And normally I do cover these till the end, but I'm going to be honest, because I am sick and my throat is a little agitated, specifically my tonsils. But apparently your tonsils count as your throat. I would count them as my mouth, but yeah. I didn't steal someone's Hornet, I just sat and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And then he started bitching at me, and I'm like, but you're not even dressed up as a pilot, you're dressed up as a ground guy. But okay, I guess this one vehicle here is just specifically yours, and we all have to like look at it and go, okay, but that's beside the point. But I mean, I see these guys bringing these units to the embassy, getting those 3 points. Actually, no, those 4 points, excuse me, and then OPFOR just reinforcing the cap zone and taking it completely. Like, I don't really see what else is here. So I'm going to stay for 2 or 3 minutes. We got a Blue 4 Vic now coming up. It takes fire.
I don't think it's friendly.
Was it friendly?
Hey, Emrap, you friendly?
It is not friendly.
I'm
They're
asking. I don't know. Wait. Hey, surrender now! Surrender now!
shoot him! Shoot him! Come, hit him with the 18! You missed! What? What? What the fuck, guys? What the actual fuck was that?
Yeah, yo.
Are you sure you weren't just shooting at WT?
Yeah, fuck them.
What?
Wait, so you knew it was WT and you still shot?
No, but I wanted them to surrender and they didn't, so fuck them. Anyways.
No, is it like they're friendly WT?
Oh! Wait, what?
Yeah, that was Skipu and shit, wasn't it?
Skipu is enemy. WT is enemy.
Skipu is enemy, yeah. I'm the only WT
Oh.
who's friendly.
At least they're and never mind. Do you have any transports?
No, PHK is going to come back with a helicopter and get us.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's... Where the fuck are they going, by the way? What?
That was enemy.
That was enemy, I think.
That was enemy.
Beeped in front of us to make us move.
Oh, maybe.
Bro, that might have actually been
Yeah, why
enemy.
not?
Y'all,
Goed zo, goed op mijn kant.
y'all are intelligent.
Heli, 1 monk, can you confirm?
Those were not enemies, surely. Surely those ones were friendlies.
Oh, you're right, Don. I totally stole it. Yep. I should have for the memes and made him blow it up. But I'm not that mean. But I should have a mean streak one day. That'd be pretty funny. Well. Yeah, Blue 4, I mean, they got a few MRAPs for transport, but, I mean, they're down to, what, 2, 3... 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I think the ground commander pulled back. They don't have any helicopters. It's just 9 dudes. Compared to OPFOR that has at least 20. And they're just redeploying everyone to the southern cap zone. Are you just gonna roll back up there and see what happens? Okay, Cappy, I will say the RPG-26, if you are not familiar with that launcher and you use the top sight mode instead of the actual sights, is a bitch. So I don't fault people for missing with the RPG-26. I was more annoyed that he had a great shot right here when it was sitting there and he just stared at it. You don't tell people in an armored car to surrender because they're just going to drive away, and that's exactly what happened. Why are they all running north? The only thing I can think of is the helicopter getting intercepted and taken out by the MRAPs here. After I see this force get picked up by the helicopter and go south, I'm going to probably call the stream, because at that point, we know who's going to win. But that was pretty funny to watch at the end. Alright. Yeah, 20 minutes left, but it's obvious. Anyway, we'll be back, I think, at 7 in 2 hours to, or 8. I don't know if, since Patch is running that slot, if he'll run it earlier or later, but we'll be back for that, and then I'll take a break, and then maybe we'll run Dark Tide or DayZ. Again, it depends on how well I feel. Engine got shot out. They're trying to auto-rotate it. Bloop. And they did. Now the question is, are they gonna pursue or are they gonna get pushed? So they've made two two-man crews here. They're pushing. Where's OFCRA AT? That's one hit. Wow, it just shrugged off that shot like it was nothing. Those are the MRAPs I know. You got a Gaz with a team deploying out, so this means that a good chunk of OPFOR is going to be away, but there's still the other transport helicopter that could pull away, pick everyone up, and then still move back as these guys move down in transit. They're putting more rounds in the helicopter to be safe, but... Oh, that's cute. They're going up to cover the embassy, so they can't even pull the VIPs back in.
I think they mic'd on the fucking helicopter and went away.
Yeah, that would be smart. AT missed. Zixme missed that shot. So the reason that symbol's not appearing is because they have a dead guy in the back of the car. Yeah, so now they're starting to pull away. No, these guys are moving back to go take the VIPs. Which is why they only have a +4 in there, so they have room in the back to fit the 2 VI. Oh my god, that's great. So I assume those vehicles are going to pull away. Helicopter's doing a big fly around. Alright, this will be our final fight. The heist of the century. So what concerns me is they're literally just out in the middle of nowhere. Excuse me.
Put your gun in full auto.
I don't have water.
Then you need to warm up your left finger.
Yes. I'll do stretches for my finger.
So these guys just watched that vehicle pull in front of them. They snuck around, and there's also a freaking 117 over here. Is there no one in the commander seat? Oh, why is the gun disabled? The gun might be disabled. What? And that thing's still harassing, but it looks like they've gotten their own vehicle. They're now tracking down. Oh my freaking god. What is this? It's a high-speed chase. Of course, Matt, their helicopter got shot down. What? Less than 15, so I'm just gonna watch, because this has certainly been something. No, the gun still appears to be working. They're just trying to pull it into the barn, but it's too fat. So they're trying to put this Vic in a position to bait out anyone that's going to come and pick up the VIPs. So it could just annihilate the gas as it comes up, which is not a bad play to use it as bait. But I feel like you had literally an hour and a half to find this position. Doing it now doesn't seem like a good idea. Because it looks like OFCRA knows you're there.
Hey, Heavy, I need your help. So you want to hit a land?
Use the heli as a missile. It's a missile, and it can hit the 117. Wow, tail rotor though is out, so as soon as they slow down, they're gonna start spinning, which is probably why you don't see it trying to do any lands. Yeah, so that group's gonna stay up there for the rest of the out. They're out. This group gonna capture those points, so we know who's gonna win this, but I want to see it. It's the final fight. There's a hook system under there too. Interesting. It might be for faster open because I know the back opens up. Uh-oh. He's literally just flying this to bait him out. Look at that. Now the tail's completely out. What are you doing? Dude, if you keep reducing your speed, you're gonna start spinning, man. Be careful. Uh-oh. Wait. He might have it. Excellent.
Let's get more warm up.
Well. That's it. Because the rest of them are just going to stay at the embassy. Final score for this, with the 2 VIPs there, it's going to be OPFOR is going to have 3, 6, 10. 10 points total. Blue 4 is going to get 4. I don't think either side's been knocked down to 5 or less players, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to OPFOR's around 20. And we've got 9 minutes left on the clock, so I'm going to wrap it up here, because 9 minutes, I mean, half of that's going to be in transport time. So, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, and we'll be back in about 2 hours for POG. So cheers, and have a good one.